Hi, friends. My name is Christy Wolfe. I am the executive director of the Wolfe Pack Warriors Foundation. Every once in a while, I hop on here and do a live stream about what's been going on for our foundation. Recently, we had our AGM with the board, and I just wanted to kind of give you an update of what's happened in 2024 and also walk you through our most recent initiative with Girls Forward Foundation. So I'm going to quickly share my screen. We all know this takes longer than you hope when you're doing something live. But here we go. So this is the director's report that was presented at the AGM. It's specifically looking at 2024, but I started out by talking about the fact that since becoming a foundation, which was only in 2022, a little over $490,000 in donations has been given. And it breaks it down into 2024, 2023, and 2022. Over that time, we have worked with 80 different registered charities, and 44 different bursaries have been awarded. Now let's see if it'll let me go to the next page. Here we go. All right, so our main initiatives in 2024. So last year, we worked with Kickstand, which was part of the Mental Health Foundation. We worked with Two Wheel View. We worked with the Edmonton Firefighters Burn Treatment Society and the University Hospital Foundation. And in Q4, we worked with Shelter Movers. So those were our main partners in 2024, with a total of $80,000 being given between those four organizations. But they also each have a landing page on our website. We do social media posts about them for the 3 months that we're working with them, plus a whole bunch more, and at least one podcast with each of these organizations. So those are all available. I'll show you how to find those after. Continuing on with the director's report, we had a number of continuing partnerships in 2024. So these are organizations that we have worked with in the past, usually from a partnership kind of standpoint. And then we are continuing to do funding with them. So Alberta Children's Hospital and the Stollery Children's Hospital, both are kind of continuous funding sources that we do. It's really one of the things that started the Wolfe Pack Warriors Foundation. Between Friends, Two Wheel View, and Rocky Mountain Adaptive are groups that we are continuing to work with. And then Banff Canmore Foundation here in the Bow Valley, where I am coming to you live from. As you can see, each of these organizations have a podcast with us. And so you can click right there, find out more about each of those organizations and the work that they are doing. The scholarships that we have going on. So there's scholarships at Nate and State. This is our 4th year with both of those organizations. And our 1st year with Norquest College and Mount Royal University was this past year. So definitely have a look. Again, when I show you the website, I can show you where to click to find out more for each of those scholarships. But so far, we've had 44 bursaries go out since becoming a foundation. And then when you look at all of the different organizations that we've had smaller partnerships with, some of these we're just getting to know them. Some of them are a bit more continuous. Some are brought to our attention by different members of our community. So there's quite a few on there. But I just wanted to kind of kick us off with that and then jump into our website. So this is Wolfe Pack Warriors. I have to tell you guys, I actually like the How We Give page more than the homepage. So I always just skip ahead to the How We Give page. Whatever initiative we are working on at the moment is top of mind here. Girls Forward right now for about one more week. And then we have a new one that will be going up there. You'll have to see what the banner is starting in July. And as I mentioned, below here is our ongoing support. So if any of those organizations, if you want to hear the podcast, you can click in there. The bursaries will take you to those universities and colleges that are on that page. It'll bring you to more information about where those bursaries are located and how to apply for them if you're at those institutions. I've talked about in the past our 2023 year in review book that you can take a look at. And then any organization that we've worked with as one of our main partners for the year, their poster is here and that will take you to their landing page. So right now we have been working with Girls Forward, which used to be called Fast and Female. When I click on the poster, it takes us over to Girls Forward Foundation. And so on the way we lay out our landing page with the support of the organization that we're working with is to have kind of a statement of what they do. So Girls Forward Foundation, non-competitive, fun-filled events and programs throughout Canada that introduce self-identified girls age 8 to 20 to inspiring active role models and experiences. This will take you directly over to their website so you can learn more quickly, but they also we ask them to highlight 3 programs that we'd like us to talk about. I'm stumbling over words right now. But the 3 programs that Girls Forward asked us to really focus on were the girls programming. So everything, I mean, in the Bow Valley, they ran their Built to Run program recently, and it ended with the Rocky Mountain Soap Co.'s run, where the girls participated. That was an awesome event. They have more youth programming, and that has to do with like leadership development, volunteer opportunities, and career pathway exploration for young women. And then the other one is their Real Role Models program, where they bring in mentors from community to talk about girl in sport. And I was lucky enough to get to meet some of those mentors. Girls Forward, as I mentioned, used to be called Fast and Female. They've recently rebranded while we were doing our initiative with them, and they held a rebrand launch in Calgary. And so I got to meet the executive director, a few other members of their team, some of their role models and board members, and it was just incredible to get to be a part of that. Again, a bit more information about Girls Forward. Each of these programs I should have mentioned, click through to find out more. And they've got all of their stuff out on their new website. We also did a podcast episode with their executive director, Gabby Estrada. She is an amazing advocate for girls and women in sport. Definitely have a listen to that one as well. So those are a few of the things that have come up recently in the Girls Forward Foundation. I also just wanted to touch briefly on our Instagram, because recently we had 1,000 followers, and you got to celebrate those milestones. But Bow Valley Marketing has been running our social media recently, and it is phenomenal. So if you want to kind of stay up to date with what's happening, I tend to choose Instagram to have a look at because it's super visual, but I would actually say LinkedIn is my favorite social media platform. But as you can see, we're highlighting the things that are happening with Girls Forward, the Built to Run program that recently happened. The podcasts are there. And then there's other events, fundraisers, organizations that we touch on as well. For example, Calgary Firefighters Burn Treatment Society recently had their annual truck pull on Stephen Avenue in Calgary, and the Wolfe Pack was there. We went and pulled a fire truck 30 meters down Stephen Avenue. It was a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to highlighting a bit more about the Calgary Firefighters Burn Treatment Society this year. Thinking about their burn camp coming up, the one they do in collaboration with the Edmonton Firefighters Burn Treatment Society. I believe we'll have somebody on the podcast coming up. So just a few of the things that have been happening. Friends, the social media is definitely the easiest place to find what's coming up. And in a few short days, we will be announcing our Q3 partner. So stay tuned. I hope you are having a wonderful day. That's really all I wanted to share today. Thanks for having a listen. Feel free to share this information with friends or family or nonprofit organizations that you care about, because we have our 2026 funding opportunities open. In October, our board meets again, and we will be deciding on who the 2026 partners are going to be. So if you've got an organization you're thinking of, definitely reach out, find out how they can share with us what they're up to.